Welcome back to Bernama Today. My name is Fabian, and together with me is Miss Deborah Henry.
Hello.
Miss should be the way, right?
Miss, of course.
Still, right? Okay. Deborah Henry, as you know, model, actress, what else? TV host, what else?
Everything.
Everything.
What can I pull out of my bag?
Okay. Deborah Henry is here today to talk a little bit about an event that's coming up very soon, right? But before that, let's just tell us about yourself. You won Miss Malaysia 2011, and right after that, what have you been doing right after the contest?
Well, actually, I was Miss Universe Malaysia last year. I spent the whole entire sort of preparing for Miss Universe because it was in August, September of last year. So that was sort of a very busy period of time for me. And then after I came back from Brazil, because Miss Universe was there, continued hosting, as I am a TV host, MC as well. And then, of course, running my own charity and various other things. So kept busy throughout the whole process.
Okay. Did you meet Donald Trump on the way?
I didn't. He wasn't there.
He wasn't there?
I know.
Okay.
That's like one of the highlights, trying to get to say hello to Donald Trump.
Exactly,
but no, he wasn't
Donald.
there. I know, exactly.
Okay, tell us about the recent activities that you're actually doing right now, the upcoming event maybe.
Okay, well, just a bit of a background. I started together with a girlfriend of mine, Chicken. We started Fuji School, which is an education center for refugee children living in Malaysia. So we started that over 3 years ago, and we provide education to children who otherwise wouldn't receive it. Yes.
Well, children, when you talk about refugee children, you're talking, because Malaysia has about 92% of Myanmaris actually here, right?
Yes.
So are you talking, are you saying that you're actually providing education to these Myanmaris children?
A similar thing, but we focus on the Somali group living here. So the Burmese are the biggest community in Malaysia, refugees, but Somalis follow soon after. So our school actually focuses on teaching Somali refugee children living here.
Well, okay, we also understand that you actually hold a position like a child advocate or something like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about what you actually want to strive for.
Yeah. Well, what we're doing, I'm a spokesperson for Soroptomist International Kuala Lumpur, which is a women's organization or group, and it brings together like-minded, career-driven women who all want to, aside from their work, they want to come together to help disadvantaged women and children in Malaysia and around the world. And it's a global network. So I'm a member of this SIKL group, and we've been working together for many years. And what we've done is we've actually sort of partnered with Fuji School, SIKL, and in various different projects. So it's quite exciting because coming up this Saturday on the 7th, we actually have MUN, which is Model United Nations.
Right.
And it's what we're doing is we're bringing together children, teenagers from various local schools around Malaysia, and they're coming together to debate. So it's really exciting.
What's the debate going to be all about?
Well, with the United Nations, it's going to be a lot of current issues, current topics that the world is facing right now. But the difference is you have high school students who've been prepared, and they're representing different countries, different factions, and they come together and everyone has healthy discourse and debate. And it's actually a lot of fun because people come together and you have a good laugh and you debate topics. But the important thing I think about it is that you're giving young people a chance to voice their opinion, to speak on a platform that is it's professional, and there's no emotions involved, too much emotion involved. You're not governed by too much, as we see around us sometimes. And it really allows people to express themselves in a very healthy manner. So it's really good to shape a student's sort of perspectives on things in the world, their self-esteem, their confidence. And during this MUN, we're actually bringing some of the Fuji School students in. They're not participating, but they're going to be helping with the running the function and things like that. So it's good for them because they get to see what's going on.
So you're all-rounder teacher kind of thing.
Myself?
Yes.
Oh God, I don't think I could ever be a teacher. I tried that out once, and I'm like, no, this is not meant for me. But it's cool because SIKL does a lot of fun events, and we have another one which is So Right, where working with young women and mothers in the refugee community to help to sort of teach them a skill, because saying you give a person a fish, you want to teach them how to fish, right? So they can take care of themselves, because that's the whole point. So it's teaching these moms how to sew, how to create stuff, how to start a business, so they can go on and and to build their lives and be empowered.
So, do you have like a business guru or business person coming in to talk, teach them, or is it going to be the SIKL members?
Well, we work with different partners. So some of us from the group, we'll also work together with different organizations and bring in different people who obviously have the skill, who can then work with the community. So every project is different.
You're working with the government in one way or the other, the women's. It
really depends on the project. For these ones, we're not. But in some previous projects that SIKL has done in the past, they have. Because SIKL is 20 years old in Malaysia. They celebrated their 20th anniversary last year. So they've done loads of projects working together with loads, helping so many women and children in Malaysia.
All right. So 7th, where is it going to be held at?
It's going to be at Wesley Methodist School. It's at 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And it involves 8 schools are participating, so all the students come together.
Local schools?
Local, yes, government schools. Which is important because I think MUN for a long time now has always been with the international schools and with colleges. So the fact that now it's government schools, I think also younger students, and they get to participate. So it's exciting.
Right. Now moving just a little backwards, right? You said that you are actually training and teaching Somalian students, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you actually house and school them?
Okay, well, the actual Fuji school is located in KL. And we have 120 students from 4 all the way up 20 something. So it's a little
like a
mini little school that's going on. And we teach them there. We have teachers from the refugee community who come in to teach them, to work with them. We also have lots of volunteers and people like that. But we also send them once a month to EVE, which is Excel Vision Education Center, and we send them there, and they work with. This is a school that's actually organizing MUN. So we send them there, and then they have peer-to-peer learning with those students as well. So we try to ensure there's a lot of interaction, peer-to-peer, so that you really grow and develop.
Right. What's the age group that we're looking at? At the school?
At our school? It's 4 to 20.
4 to 20,
yes,
okay. That's
right across the board. Kindergarten all the way up.
Okay, I kind of know that you kind of tie up with Rotary Club with some of your activities, right? Maybe you can explain to us your link and connection with Rotary Club.
Okay, well, it's not actually my personal link, but for the purposes of Model United Nations, Rotary Club has actually tied in with EVE to organize Model United Nations.
All right, okay, that's where they come in. So, finally, like your vision for this, what do you foresee in doing for these kids, Because you're having a school, teaching them things like that. What do you foresee them going?
I think, a child is brought into this world and they have to survive in the environment that we have created, us meaning the adults, right? And sometimes it's unfortunate that they live in a very disadvantaged environment and they don't have access to so much. So for me, and if I speak on behalf of SIKL, it's really to give these children back a childhood that is their right, to give them the education, to give them access to learning, to have fun, to enjoy activities out there, and to grow and develop. And to not spoon feed them. You want to develop a child so they reach a point where they're able to go out to the world and to take care of themselves, to have a dream, to have their own dreams. Because I come to realize that, I ask myself, how do you learn to dream? You and I may have grown up just dreaming about, I want to be this, I want to be that. But there are so many kids out there who don't know how to dream. And it's kind of teaching them how to dream and setting them on their way and allowing them to flourish. Giving them an opportunity to start somewhere. Exactly. All right, okay, so 20 years old, I was just thinking to myself, 20 years old, once they graduate from your school, do they actually work here? Do they just go back there and work? No, as a refugee, you're not really allowed to work.
Correct, that's right.
So it's very informal. This is not like a big sort of official proper thing. It's a very informal thing. It's just a bit of education. It's a bit of health classes, and they stay, and eventually they will get resettled to another country. So Malaysia is a temporary place for them. It's sort of a transition. Oh, okay. Because I have a few friends that were refugees as well, but they're just not married. Yes. The thing is that these guys actually come from Myanmar and all that. They don't have a vision, and because it's still grey. It's very hard to have a vision sometimes when you're in limbo. You don't know if you're going or coming. How do you know where you're going to end up? How do you know what you want to do and achieve? So maybe an example or two of what have you guys achieved? Maybe one of your proudest student export or something like that.
Can tell us a little bit about him, her?
Yeah, well, you know, it's something so simple. I have students that I met 2-3 years ago, and they couldn't speak a word of English. They couldn't communicate. If they met you, they wouldn't even look at you in the face. They'd be looking on the ground.
Because low self-confidence?
Because they have no confidence, no self-esteem. They don't know how to communicate, how to interact with people.
Okay.
And today, if you met the same student, you would be shocked. You wouldn't even think he's the same person, because they will come up to you and say, "Hi, nice to meet you, Fabian. How are you today? Welcome to my school. La la la. What do you?" And they will engage in conversation, and their confidence is so high. And that when I see that, it melts my heart, and I go, "Wow, this is what it's all about. It's giving that child that value, that self-worth, that I'm important. I'm an important person."
Wow. Okay, I'm a bit surprised that these kind of things were around for a while, 20 years to be very frank. I mean, the SIKL has been around for 20 years, and your school has been around for
3 years.
3 years.
Yes,
okay, but still doing good, right?
Yeah, still doing good, and you know, SIKL has been working with our school for over 2 years now on various different projects. So and various other things as well. So
all right, before we wrap up, maybe you have a personal message that you want to send out to viewers out there. Maybe they have a friend or someone out there that needs guidance.
I think, I mean, I would say, you know what, I always talk to young people and I say, get involved in something. Don't wait till you're 50 or 60, you have 2 nice cars, a big house, you know, all the money in the world, and then you go, okay, now I'm going to give back to society and do some charity work. Don't wait till then. Do it when you're young, and make it just your responsibility and just something that you do, your children do. And I'm so happy to see so many young Malaysians get involved in charity and do their part. But it's a call to action. It's really, you want to get involved. Soroptomist International Kuala Lumpur. You know, you can Google us. Also, there is a number. I think they're going to flash it on the screen. You can call this person, Shanti. But we're always looking for volunteers. We're looking for sponsorship to help send these children to school. And really to just play a part. Find something that's a passion, though, I will say. Find a cause that you're passionate about, that you care so deeply about, and then work within.
Right, that's it and done. Thank you very much for coming to the show this beautiful Tuesday, to be very frank with you. Stay tuned on Bernama TVS. We've got more updates for you, news, sports, and so much more. And just for Bernama today, we're gonna call the show off right now. And thank you very much, Deborah Henry, once again for the show. Stay tuned for more updates.